Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I am your host, Sheraton, and this is my show in the end. My apologies for being a little late today. I was trying to come in on time, but oh well. Yes, tonight's show, I'm going to be looking at the situation with Shamima Begum. Now, recently there was a court ruling, and I believe it was from the European Court of Human Rights, and they ruled that a number of things. Everything, all the additional information is in the description. So if you look below in the description, you'll find additional information to news articles and news outlets in regards to this case. I think I might have something here. So I'm just going to read a little out to you. Very little, because as I said, I put quite a bit of information in the description below. So let's have a look. See, nope. What's this? Nope. Okay. Oh, right, I know what that is. Right, what's this? Okay. Right, let's have a look. I'm just putting her in now. Her name. Okay, latest Shamima Begum, latest update. Okay. Right, I'm going to read a little bit of what it says here. Okay, I think this is right. Okay, this is from The Guardian. Okay, Shamima Begum loses appeal against removal of British citizenship. Oh, good evening, Brett. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Yes, Shamima Begum loses appeal against removal of British citizenship. Shamima Begum, who left Britain as a schoolgirl to join Islamic State, has lost an appeal against the decision to remove her British citizenship. Describing it as a case of great concern and difficulty, the Special Immigrations Appeals Commission ruled that although there was credible suspicion that Begum was trafficked for sexual exploitation at the age of 15, the decision was ultimately one for the Home Secretary. Okay. Right. She left London in 2015 with two school friends. In 2019, the then Home Secretary, Sajid Javid, stripped her of her British citizenship after she was discovered in a refugee camp in northeastern Syria. Okay, so the judgment was on behalf of the what they call them? They're called SIAC, Special Immigration Appeals Commission. So it was on behalf of the Special Immigration Appeals Commission. So this wasn't the ECHR, the European Court of Human Rights. This was under the Special Immigration Appeals Commission, which is a UK court. Now, I'm not going to go too much into everything because, as I said, there is a link in the description to all the two articles, a number of articles, and from different outlets in regards to this case. Now, it was said at the time that Sajid Javid revoked her citizenship that she was that she still posed a danger and a threat, and that's why he felt that it wasn't appropriate to allow her back in the country. Now, question, I mean, he said it, he saw information, he's had intelligence information on her and on her activities whilst with ISIS. I don't like calling them IS. I prefer calling them ISIS. Um, but he saw information that made him feel that she was still a threat to this country. Okay, fine. The thing is, he took away her citizenship on the presumption that because one of her parents was born in Bangladesh or was of Bangladeshi citizenship, I don't know, but he took the presumption that she would be automatically a dual national. But that's not how citizenship works, really. It's not. You have to actually apply. Bangladesh have made it very clear that she is not a citizen of their country. She's never visited there. I don't think she really speaks the language that well. And she has no real ties to Bangladesh as such. She was born and raised in this country. Personally speaking, and I'll be honest because I don't like to pretend I don't have a bias. As far as I'm concerned, she's a British citizen and the law is the law. If you break the law, then you face trial and you go to prison. But she is a British citizen. And leaving our mess for others to clear up, it's not, internationally, it's poor form, poor form. Other countries have started to repatriate their terrorist suspects. Anyone who's gone to join IS and fought there, they've begun. Other countries have decided to take back their citizens, and they are held in court. They are held by their various judicial services. They are tried in a court of law. And if they are deemed to be a threat or they're deemed to have committed criminal acts abroad, they are imprisoned. So that's how I feel about the situation. You make a mess, or your citizens go around the world causing trouble. You drag their backside back to wherever, to their country of origin, where they actually have citizenship, and you try them in a court of law. And if they're guilty, you put their ass in prison. But hey. So the question now remains is, one, will she ever regain her citizenship? And two, is she actually still genuinely a threat to this country? If we let her back in the UK, will she then go on to pose a terrorist threat to this country? That's the question that I want to look at tonight. I am trying to think which is the best card deck I should use for this reading. Now, normally I would look, as you know, I'm doing my political readings, I look at Game of Thrones. But if I'm doing other readings on people of note who are not politicians, I tend to, sometimes I use the Rider-Waite, or I will use my DC deck. It's a serious issue, and I'm not sure if the DC deck is really appropriate. I'm I'm thinking that as politicians weigh into this, because it is a political decision, and yeah, I'm thinking that I'm gonna probably end up using the Game of Thrones deck. So I don't know what that was about. But anyway, as for whether she's still a threat, that's a really good question. Is she still a threat? If she is still a threat, what do we do? What do we do? And okay, let's see. I think I want to know. Okay, there's two things I want to know. I want to know, one, is she still a threat? This will tell me if she's still a threat. So, and that's my archetype cards. And my sacred destiny pack, that should tell me whether she will be the circumstances, or what it will take for her to be allowed back into the country, or if she will be allowed back into the country. What are the things that are going on behind the scenes? So that will tell me that. And then the tarot will give me a clarity. So in that case, I am going to start shuffling. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see. Shamima Begum, is she still a threat to the UK? What is the energy surrounding her wanting to come back home? Does she just want to come back home and try to live a life? Or is she trying to come back here so she can be some kind of sleeper agent? Okay, right. And I'm just going to put those down there like so and spread those out. Okay. Okay, so that's the sleeper agent question. This question now is will she, what are the things that are happening? Oops. Okay. What are the things that are happening behind the scenes that are blocking her from coming? What needs to happen? What changes need to occur to get this young lady home and possibly in a prison? Let's have a look. See. Really? Okay, well, one card has already kind of made itself known then. Okay. Put that one over there. Spread these out. Right, okay. Okay, so what is the energy? Okay, is she... Right. Right, is she still a danger to this country? That one. That's one. Okay. Okay. She's still a danger to this country. No, not that one. Not that one either. That one. So those are the 3 cards I've selected there. Okay, right. What is blocking her from coming home? What are the issues blocking her from coming home? Yeah, not that one. This one. This one. Okay. Try and move this again. Right, let's see. Spread that out a bit better. That one. Okay. That one. Okie dokie dokie doo. Oh, crumbs. I'll put the extra one. I think that one's going to be the outcome card. All right then. Okay, let me just sit back a bit and get myself drink a little tea. Wet my whistle. Oopsie daisy. Oh, right. Right, let's see now. Okay. Shamima Begum. Okay, will she ever regain her citizenship? Will she ever regain her UK citizenship? And yeah, will she ever regain her UK citizenship? Let's have a look, see. Will she ever regain her UK citizenship? Okay. I know I shuffle my cards for quite a while because I'm not very good at shuffling cards. I'm rubbish at shuffling cards. So I like to shuffle and shuffle and shuffle until it feels right. Okay. All right. Let's have a look, see. All right. Let me cut the deck. And I'm going to take that one and this one. I don't know about that one. That one? Really? Okay. Okay, so that's 3 cards. 3 cards down. 3 cards down. 3 cards down. All right. Will she ever regain her UK citizenship? Will she ever regain her UK citizenship? Will she ever regain her UK citizenship? There's that card, and there's that one, and there's that one. Okay, how many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh dear. Will she regain her UK citizenship? Oops, that one wants to jump out. Right. Oh, 2 of them jumping out. Okay. I don't know how many cards that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That's and yeah, that one. Okay, let's have a look, see. There's enough cards here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Right. let's have a look-see. Let's have a look-see. I'm using my usual decks, and I might use the Rider-Waite as a clarifier. Okay. Oh, the first card I have here for is she still a threat to the UK? Addict. Is she still a terrorist threat to the UK? Addict. The light attributes helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. The shadow attributes compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. It ain't looking good, is it? The second card I have up for is she still a threat to the UK? Mystic. Mystic. The light attribute revels in intimate union with the divine. The shadow attribute, delusional rapport with the divine. I don't know about you, but straight up, someone who's committing acts of terrorism in the name of a religion, I think it could be considered that perhaps they do have a delusional rapport with the divine. To be fair. Okay, the last card I have up here is Hermit. Hermit. The light attributes seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. The shadow attribute withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here. Before I've seen any of the other cards, I'm just going to go out on a limb here. If she comes back to this country, her ass is going to prison. And I would say she might be seen as a social pariah, even within her own community. You know what? Especially within her own community. I mean, fuck me. I don't like to say this. I don't like to say this because, you know, she was 15 and she did some stupid things, but straight up, I feel looking at these cards that there is an aspect here of obsession, a religiosity of obsession in the wrong way, a delusional rapport with the divine. And you know what? At this moment in time, it's possible. She may actually possibly still be a threat. Does that mean she shouldn't come back to this country? No, because she should come back to this country. And if, I mean, she would be on a watch list. She wouldn't just be able to come back and do whatever the hell she wanted and no one's watching her. She'd be on a watch list. But prison. But hey, let me do the reading and we shall see. All right, what needs to happen for her to come back? Purification. Purification. Funny, that is right over my addict card. Purification. Solitude. 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 That's right over the mystic card. I said what needs to happen for her to come back. Maybe less public presence. Flow. Flow. That's on top of the Hermit card. You know, okay. She went out there in 2015 and she was 15 years old. We're now in 2023 and she's about to turn 23 years old. Granted, I think that there has been some understanding and there is a lot of regret. But I think there is a need for within herself, there is a need for a greater level of understanding. I don't know if she's a Sagittarius. I know she's a Sagittarius. Why am I thinking she's a Sagittarius? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, okay. So I said, what's around her? What's around her? What could be? Will she ever come back? Will she ever come back? First card I have is the Three of Cups. These are people getting together. Often it's a celebration card. Who's celebrating? Who's celebrating? Ah, an invitation is withdrawn, a cancellation. Ah, yes, a cancellation. A cancellation, an invitation is withdrawn. Aha. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay then. Okay. Self-undoing. That's what I'm going to call that one. This is in reverse. This Three of Cups. This is a self-undoing. That's what this is. Instead of having an invitation to go to the party and everyone gets together to celebrate, no, this is about commiserations. Commiserations. You thought you were going to get to party, but you don't. Party's been cancelled, called off, or basically you've been gotten a fight. Yeah, you're not coming back. Don't come back. Why? Okay. So the desire, okay, the invitation's been called off and the borders are up. The borders are up. Boundaries. You can't cross here. You can't come here. You are not welcome. At the base of the reading, I have the Magician. The Magician is often about manifesting, making the immaterial into material, turning dreams into reality. Can also be about manipulation. To me, I'm looking at this card, I am seeing this is a manipulation. The borders are up. No, you can't come to the party. You are not welcome. And at the base of the reading is a manipulation. The manipulation is due to a Home Secretary revoking someone's citizenship. Now, speaking purely from a legal point of view, you cannot revoke someone's citizenship and leave them stateless. This is against international law. So, if someone, even if someone's committed the most heinous act, if they've only got citizenship for one country, that country cannot revoke their citizenship. Now, they can be tried in a court of law abroad or in their home nation, but you cannot take away someone's citizenship. And right now, the Kurdish part of Syria, they want to close down the refugee camp, and they're telling all the people who have international citizens in those refugee camps, come take your people, we're closing this shit down. And that's where Shamima Begum falls in. She can't leave the citizenship camp, because the refugee camp, because she's not a citizen of anywhere. But yes, is this a manipulation? Yes, because it's against international law. That's why. Okay. In the past, I don't know if this is significant or not significant. It did come up reversed, but I don't know. All right, in the past, I had the Nine of Swords. So I have someone staying up all night, worrying in anxiety. However, I think that actually might be reversed. So if you're not sitting up all night, chewing your fingernails, nope, nope, and nope. Ah, okay. All right. The worst part of her situation for her is essentially over. Might not seem that way, but it kind of is. Why am I saying that? This girl went off to Syria, married some IS fighter, got knocked up, not once, but twice, not twice, but 3 times. 2 of her babies died. Ended up in a refugee camp, pregnant and alone, trying to get back to the UK to save her last child. Didn't work. 3 babies dead. Has she been able to get back? No. But somehow it seems like so she's been through a lot. She's been through a lot. I don't know. Yeah, she's been through a lot. Having buried 3 children before the age of 25. That's a lot. That's a lot, a lot, a lot. Crowning the reading is loss. This is what crowns the reading. Loss. Emotional loss. I think it's fair to say that yes, she spent many a night sitting up, crying and chewing her fingernails and wondering what's going to happen to her. And yet she's still breathing. She also recognizes that a lot of these things she brought on herself, I believe, from what I'm seeing here. But she's not going to give up. That's not what I'm seeing. The immediate future. I said it before and I'll say it again. She's going to prison. She is going to prison. I'm not sure if this card is saying that she is going to get into the country. I may well have read the first card wrong. I'm free to admit that. In fact, because this is the situation, it's a celebration crossed by they're standing their ground, putting up barriers and boundaries and saying you can come no further. But this imprisonment, often the 8 of Swords is represented by a figure who is blindfolded and wrapped in ties, but they're ties that that person can easily get out of. But I don't know, man. I see this. Let me just pull some more cards and see what it's saying. Okay, the Page of Spears. Okay, pages are information cards. Pages are information cards. The Page of Spears can be bad news. Can be bad news. Can be. The environment, disaster. The environment is one of disaster. That's the Tower. As a concern, There's choices and possibly alliances. This is something to worry over for her. Eight of Coins, the Apprentice. Something to be working on and working towards. You know, it's funny. I'm looking at these cards and they're bloody awful. Let's be frank. These cards are terrible. And do you know what I'm seeing when I'm looking at these cards? I think that she may end up trying to spend the rest of her life coming back to the UK. And the answer will always be no. I think that the reason why I'm saying that is when I look at this Eight of Swords, at first I was thinking that if she comes back, she'll be taking her ass to prison. But the Eight of Swords is often a person who's imprisoned, who has imprisoned themselves, who is able to release themselves from bondage, but chooses, for one reason or another, maybe because they're blindfolded, they're usually blindfolded, they choose not to. What I'm seeing here, however, is a person choosing not to give up on trying to get back to the UK. And even if the opportunity is there, her knowing that she'll go to prison if she comes back to the UK, I don't think she will take that option. It's not an option she'll be willing to take. The environment, what's surrounding her if she ever comes back, will be disaster. In fact, I will say that in her immediate future, there's this imprisonment card or restriction. This is a card of extreme restriction. And there will be bad news, or at least within her mind, the feeling of what more can I take? But then something even worse happens. And there is the importance of making a choice. The importance of making a choice. It could well be that she might meet someone. She might meet someone. Could well be. But whatever happens, I think she's going to be working on coming to the UK for the longest time. I do not see her being able to get her citizenship back for crumbs. Yeah. Maybe 8 years. Maybe things need to get quiet. I don't know. But she won't be getting her citizenship back anytime soon. She'll still be working on it though. She's not going to give that up. She won't give up working on it. All right, let's see at the base of the pack. Rishi. Yeah, they did overstep when they took away her citizenship. That's abuse of power. That is the Five of Swords. There's got to be some kind of exchange here. An exchange. Yeah. I would say I don't think she's going to be coming back anytime soon. Right, let's see what my outcome card is. Transformation. It's funny, I said, what would it take for her to get back to this country? What would it take? The first card I got was purification. This was the first card I got. Then I got solitude. So the barrier to her being going through this purification, the barrier is solitude, a quietening of the mind, the ability to really think things through clearly, and quite possibly to not be so visible in the media. And through that, not being so visible in the media, a flow. Things can flow. But as the outcome card, I got transformation. So let's have a look and see what that card says. Let's see what the card says. Transformation. Okay. It is no accident that the butterfly represents transformation, rebirth, and resurrection. Remarkably, when the caterpillar becomes a chrysalis, it doesn't just instantly become a butterfly. It actually dissolves into a kind of soup. In other words, it liquefies itself, and out of that emerges something completely different. It is a true transformation. In some cultures, let me just blue butterflies are considered very good luck and even wish granters. In Native American tribes, it is believed that a wish whispered to a butterfly will be granted when it flies to the heavens. The Native American shawl dance, which celebrates renewal, is derived from the butterfly dance. Also, the color blue represents a calmness, peace, and spiritual attunement. And the blue butterfly is thought to carry all these meanings. Okay, what does Spirit want her to know? This is the time for change, reinvention, or a rebirth into a new way of being. This card suggests that you take measures to shift everything. Do not resist change. The blue color suggests a spiritual renewal or initiation. Transformation doesn't mean taking something old and remodeling it. It doesn't mean that. Or rearranging a few things. It doesn't mean that. It means becoming something completely different or doing something completely different, change is uncomfortable, but it is usually for the highest good. This is a very lucky card, and drawing this card can mean that a wish may be about to come true. What I'm seeing here is that for the time being, the idea of her coming back to this country, totally ridiculous. Not going to happen. No way, no how. Three of Cups, invitation withdrawn. Nine of Spears or Nine of Wands. Boundaries are up. Don't come. You are not welcome. We took your citizenship for a reason. You can't come. Hi, Brandy. You can't come. However, purification, spiritual purification with solitude, not such a high media presence, things can actually flow. But it has to be genuine. It has to be a true transformation. If she truly transforms herself, not just remakes her old addictions, her old points of view, her old belief system, and tries to rejig around to make it something new. Because I'm sensing there's still an attachment. There's still an attachment to addiction. Compromises integrity and honest, an addictive pattern. There's still an attachment to that addictive pattern. And as for the mystic, the shadow mystic, delusional rapport with the divine. There's still an aspect of that in her character. Still. She needs to totally transform herself and her belief system. And it's possible and can be done. It's possible and can be done. So, in fact, I will go a step further. That was my outcome card. At a point in time, there will be purification, spiritual purification. She will have the solitude so she can flow. At a point in time, there will be a transformation. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not, I don't even think it's going to happen, say, a year from now. I'm not saying that the UK has not allowed other people who have joined IS to come back to this country. They did. But with her high profile, they don't want to be advertising that. I don't want to say 8 years. I don't want to say 8 years. But it's going to be years. I would say it could be anything from 3 to 8 years. She's not going to come back here in a hurry. And they're going to have to find somewhere else to put her rather than that refugees camp. They're going to have to find somewhere else to put her. But the UK is not going to be taking her back anytime soon. Between now and the next election, her ass is staying wherever the Kurdish people decide that she's staying. But she ain't coming back here. And I'll go a step further and saying, even within the next administration, whenever we have the general election, within that first 5 years, I don't think she's going to come back here then either. I can see that she will not give up, but the only way to get what she wants in the end is to show that she's totally transformed her life, that she no longer believes in a fundamentalist ideology, and that she has and she's gotten quiet, so she's not courting the cameras and the media anymore. Then she's got a good chance. Then, and you know what, even with the transformation, there's still no guarantee that she's going to get to enter the UK. But the transformation will be better for her life, whatever that looks like and wherever that is. So let me have a look at the views. Yes, yes, they are blue and yellow. They do happen to be Ukraine color. Oh, hi. Oh, thank you very much, Brandy. Yeah, my hair was looking not too good. In fact, I've been doing some plaiting today. I washed my hair. I took out my plait. I combed and I just did some replaiting because I've got some attaching to do. I've got some stuff. It's going to look completely different. But yeah, thank you very much, Brandy. All right. Yeah, so unfortunately for her, it's not looking too great. But on a spiritual level, she has the opportunity and the probability of making some positive changes for herself in her life. But coming back to the UK, I don't see that happening anytime soon. All right. Thank you. You can barely see anything. But anyway, thank you very much, Brett. Yeah, great. Thank you. Yeah. So with that, I'm gonna say good night. Under an hour. Unbelievable. And let's see. What's my next show? My next show is on Friday, as usual. And the next one, I believe, is on the SNP leadership. The leadership elections are shaking up. We've had one person come out and say she doesn't really support gay marriage, but everybody else does, and she'll just make sure their rights don't get taken away and whatever. What else did she say? Oh yeah. She doesn't think, she says sex before marriage is not right, and whatever. You know what? I don't know where they find these people. I do not know where they find these people, but whatever, man. Politics these days is crazy. Wow. So with that, I am gone. Good night to everybody. And to those watching me on the replay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you for joining me. Please do not forget to like. Please subscribe. Please share. If you'd like your own personal reading, my banner is at the bottom of the page. Feel free to email me. And I shall bid you adieu until Friday. Ta-ta.